Hi, my name is Danielle and welcome to my little studio channel. My family and I just celebrated Christmas in July, and if you have ever sewn anything, you know that it takes a little while to either get the project together or get it complete, and then you have to actually have the time to enjoy it. So whether you're watching this in July or you're planning some holiday makes and trying to get some inspo of some handmade decor items or things for the holidays, today I want to talk through just some sewing projects that I've made and want to make that revolve around the Christmas season. I'm going to start it off with the things that I've actually made already that are holiday adjacent. So I've made this headband that I love. It was my first foray into a elasticated headband, and I just absolutely love the fabric so much. It is my favorite thing to wear, and I definitely find myself wearing it no matter the time of year, just because of the fit. I definitely followed a YouTube tutorial for it, so it's just a very easy way to add some festive cheer to your outfits. Is a fun little holiday headband. I made my first year I started sewing. I made our family some quilted stockings. So I took the probably hardest route I could have when it came to making them and made it way more complicated than I needed to. Some of that was just me being new to sewing, I feel like, because there were just so many things that I was trying to figure out and match and align, and it really wasn't that serious. So I super loved making the quilted stockings for the family. They were just so fun to make. It was our daughter's first Christmas too, and so I made 3, and they're just so special, and I've loved being able to use them. Highly recommend making quilted stockings if you're able. I also made a kind of pot trivet style thing. This was very early in my sewing as well. You can tell on the binding that it was not the best, but making something very simple that a casserole dish could sit on felt very approachable. I didn't use any kind of pattern for this. This was just something that I was like, hey, I'm gonna put it together, but we still use it, and it's really fun to just have it as an addition in the kitchen. And lastly, what I've already made, I made a advent calendar. It is massive. I made it absolutely ginormous, and I had a lot of fun with it. There is a lot that I probably would change now if I ever made another one, but I absolutely love it. It is so just looks very scrappy and exciting, and I love my scrappy binding that I did all the way around, and but the pockets, I wanted them to be larger so I could do kids style stuff. If I ever make another advent calendar, I definitely would make a much smaller one and actually try and use a pattern. This one I loosely followed I don't even remember which tutorials I followed, but I just followed some tutorials about how to make a pocket, and then tried to do my own math to get it, and then it ended up being insanely large. So I love it though. I think it's going to be great as my daughter gets older to be able to put a little toy or trinket, or if we want to do ornaments or anything. But an advent calendar is definitely something I would recommend making if you want to make something for your house for the holidays. Now kind of jumping into what I would love to make. I feel like I always have a list of things that are just on the backlog. As we were celebrating Christmas in July, I started thinking about oh, if I want this for the holiday season, I probably need to make it soon because I want to enjoy it during the holidays. But the number one thing I want to make is a tree skirt. We have a cheap, I want to say it was $5 when we bought it, Target tree skirt when we first got married, and so this will be our 9th Christmas with it, and I've just never gotten another tree skirt because I've never found anything that I really like. So being able to find some fabric and just make it a little patchworky. Sydney Graham has a tree skirt pattern that she put out that I really like, and I've seen some really great makes of that. So that is definitely like at the top of my list of desires. I don't know if I'll get to it this year, but it's pretty high up there. And we typically get a real Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving. We have a fake one that we've had for like 7-8 years that we like put up, and then we move to our bedroom once we get our real tree. But I wouldn't really need the tree skirt until we get the real tree. So that might be on the list this year. I also really want to make some fun fabric garlands. I don't have anything exactly in mind, but I'll put some like inspiration pictures up on the screen just because there's a few different things I've seen, like faux lights. The bow garlands are adorable. We made orange slice garlands last year, and I literally still have one up in our, like, from our dining room into our living room, that like doorway arch, because I just love it there. And I love garland. I think it should be around our entire home. And so I definitely want to make some more like reusable, heirloom quality garlands for the home. I did paper chains last year, like everyone and their mom, and it was so fun, and I saved them. But the paper like chains, like when it's made of true paper, it's just eventually, I feel like it's only got so much life to live. And my goal with all of my holiday decor is stuff that will last a while. So definitely want to make some fun fabric garlands, whether it's some bow garlands, I saw some fun like candy cane ones, or just little motifs of the holiday season that could be strung together in a garland. That would just be absolutely darling. I feel like end up back in the kitchen realm of things. One thing I really would love to make for the holidays is a pie holder. I don't have an exact pattern in mind. I'll put a picture up right here of what I'm thinking. I've seen it around a lot. I'm sure there's a pattern that exists, but I feel like this is one that I could like figure out. But I love to bake at the holidays, and I love making pie. Like, that's my favorite. I don't like cake very much. And pie is just so good. I love a good apple pie. So being able to like tote that around or carry that around would just be so fun. And to be able to like have it be something that is during the holidays, I just would love. I also definitely, I know I made the like kind of casserole trivet holder thing prior that I talked about, but I would like to make more kitchen items like that, whether that's a casserole dish like tote, or just a like more pot holders or trivets for like the holidays, for all the different like baking that's happening. Or even I make a lot of like sourdough stuff, so like fabric bowl covers for that. So I could replace my like sourdough starter jar cover that I made with like Christmas themed. Just being able to like holiday-ify my kitchen is definitely like on the list. And then lastly, I made myself a quilted wall hanging recently. I was trying to make me and my husband a quilt, and I messed up the sawtooth. Like, I like messed up how I did it because I was trying to like be efficient, and that didn't work. So I made them the wrong sizes. So I ended up like needing, I need to like rework it, but some of my sawtooth squares ended up much smaller. So I made a little wall hanging that I love having in our living room. And I think a holiday themed one would be just amazing, whether it's just like, I don't know, it has some Christmas trees on it, or like snowflakes, or I don't know. I love quilted wall hangings. I think they are such a beautiful like decoration to have in the home, and being able to make one that's like for the holiday season would just make my heart happy. So I guess last would be a true like winter Christmas quilt. I have plans, and I bought the fabric to make a quilt for me and my husband, but having like a Christmas throw quilt in the living room just as like an accent for the back of a chair, and to also get cozy with, because our house is crazy drafty and we like constantly have blankets on standby. But being able to like snuggle up with a Christmas quilt would just be great. I definitely would love a scrappy one, just like with all the different projects. I have Christmas just fabric, and so being able to like patch some stuff together, I have no idea. Maybe I make a bunch of like 9 squares and then make a scrappy throw quilt, but definitely want to make myself a Christmas quilt. That's all of my Christmas holiday makes that I've either made or would really love to make possibly this year. I hope that if you're looking for some fun things to make, that you have gotten inspired or it's given you a few ideas. Definitely check out some of the patterns or tutorials that I listed below. I think that sewing can seem so hard and unapproachable, but there are so many great resources out there for you to use. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.